Welcome to Quiz Time. I'm your quiz master, Sean, and I've got 100 general knowledge questions for you. Stuff that'll test our knowledge and our memory, and maybe even we'll have some fun learning stuff. So let's do that, shall we? All right. Remember, it could be anything. Little Venice is a district in which city? London, Copenhagen, or Bruges? Little Venice is a district in London. In Greek mythology, which monster did Theseus battle? The Cyclops, Hydra, or the Minotaur? The battle was with the Minotaur. The giant moa was the world's tallest what before it went extinct in the 1500s? Was it the world's tallest elephant, bird, or fish? The giant moa was a bird. In which century was New Zealand discovered? The 17th century, the 18th century, or the 19th century? New Zealand was discovered it was discovered in the 17th century. ACL and MCL are both ligaments in which part of the body? Or the knee? And you'll find them both in the knee. Who provided the backing vocals for the Lionel Richie song All Night Long? Was that Rich Mullins, Cliff Richard, or Richard Marx? And that was Richard Marx. The Arch of Hadrian is it in Belgium, Greece, or Switzerland? The Arch of Hadrian. That is located in Greece. Miss Marple, Inspector Japp, and Captain Hastings are all characters by which writer? Would that be Arthur Conan Doyle, Raymond Chandler, or Agatha Christie? And that would be Agatha Christie. Where's Hercule? Lord Kirchner was a famous military general from which country? Was he from Britain, Prussia, or was he from France? He is from Britain. Galena is a major ore in which metal? Iron, lead, or is it tin? Galena. And that is the ore. The Gila River flows into which other river? The Colorado, the Amazon, or does it flow into the Danube? The Gila River flows into the Colorado. How many whole numbers are there on the pH scale? 7, 10, or 14? There are 14. 0 doesn't count. What is a name most often associated with our galaxy? Is it the Milky Way, the Andromeda, or the Orion galaxy? Milky Way. That is our home galaxy. In which war was the Battle of Ramillies fought? Was it the Spanish Succession, World War I, or the Mexican-American War? That was part of the Spanish Succession. Who sang the hit 90s song Semi-Charmed Life? Was that the New Radicals, Third Eye Blind, or Deep Blue something? Of the 88 keys on a piano, how many are black? 24, 28, or 36? And there are 36 black keys on an 88 key keyboard. Joe Cool is the alter ego name of which classic cartoon character? Popeye, Snoopy, or Bugs Bunny? Cool is Snoopy. Who wrote the theme music to The Pink Panther? Was it Henry Mancini, Lalo Schifrin, or Nelson Riddle? Bottom, 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 bottom. Henry Mancini. According to the Fountains of Wayne song, whose mom has got it going on? Gracie's mom, Casey's mom, or that would be Stacy's mom. She's got it going on. The road to nowhere is located on which U.S. mountain range? The Great Smoky Mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains, or the Sierra Nevada Mountains? And that would be in the Great Smoky Mountains. Zurek is a traditional sour soup from which country? Is it from Greece, Poland, or is that a product of Russia? Zurek soup. That's from Poland. What is the name of the boats used in Venice? Are they gondolas, gargonzolas, or are they gondolas? Those boats are gondolas. Lachanophobia is the fear of what? Is it the fear of vegetables, locked doors, or is it the fear of confrontation? The fear of vegetables. Lachanophobia. Who is a current king of Denmark? Is it Johann VI? Is it Frederick X? Or is it Peter IX? The current king of Denmark. That would be Frederick X. Liangshang is the former name of which Asian country? Is that Laos, Cambodia, or Brunei? Liangshang. That's the former name for Laos. In what century was the Red Cross founded? The 17th century, the 18th century, or was it the 19th century? The Red Cross was founded in the 19th century. In which Star Wars movie did Darth Vader reveal he was Luke Skywalker's father? A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, or was it Return of the Jedi? Luke, I'm your father. Oh! Angstroms is a unit of measurement used to measure what? Sound, fat percentage, or atoms? What is angstroms used to measure? And that would be atoms. Which of these Japanese animes, cartoons, has the most episodes? One Piece, Naruto, or Dragon Ball Z? And that goes to One Piece. It's been around a while. Hispaniola is an island shared by the Dominican Republic. And which other country? Mexico, Cuba, or Haiti? And that would be Haiti. What was the name of Dr. Evil's cat in the movie Austin Powers? Was it Mr. Stunglesworth, Mr. Bigglesworth, or Mr. Fussyworth? And the cat's name was Mr. Bigglesworth. What insects does a lepidopterist study? Butterflies, beetles, or ants? Let me get the word right. Lepidopterist study. What does a lepidopterist study? They study butterflies. Got to use that word in a sentence sometime today. Who wrote the classic novel The Man in the Iron Mask? Was that written by Victor Hugo, Alexander Dumas, or Gustave Flaubert? And that was written by Alexander Dumas. What was the name of the dragon in the How to Train Your Dragon? Or was its name Brutus? And the dragon's name was Toothless. The Toothless Dragon. How long is a nanominute? 1/1000th of a minute? 1/millionth of a minute? Or is it 1/billionth of a minute? A nanominute. That is 1/billionth of a minute. In which decade was the Hoover Dam built? Was it built in the 1920s, the 1930s, or was it the 1940s? The Hoover Dam was built in the 1930s. How many railroads are there in the game of Monopoly? 2, 3, or 4? Pennsylvania, B&O, Reading. 4. B&O, Reading. Mn is the chemical symbol of which element? Is it manganese, magnesium, or Mn? That would be the symbol for manganese. What was the name of the zebra-like striped animal that went extinct in the 19th century? Was that a quahog, a qualia, or a quagga? That was a quagga. Which U.S. state was said to be the wealthiest before the outbreak of the Civil War? Was it Virginia, Mississippi, or Texas? Just before the war. That was Mississippi. I guess not so much after. What country is home to the Komodo dragon? Is it native to Indonesia, Madagascar, or is it native to the Philippines? The Komodo dragon. You'll find those in Indonesia. When did airbags become mandatory in cars? Was it the 1980s, the 1990s, or was it the 2000s? Airbags became mandatory in the 1990s. What is the name of the stadium that is home to the Chicago Bulls basketball team? Do they play at the United Center, the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, or TD Garden? They play at the United Center. How did Wonder Woman control her invisible airplane? With her bracelet? With her mind? Or with her lasso? She controlled her invisible airplane with her mind. Who is known as the Man of Bronze? Was that John Carter, Captain Nemo, or was it Doc Savage? The Man of Bronze, that was Doc Savage. Port Louis is the capital of which country? Is it the capital of the Dominican Republic, Fiji, or Mauritius? What color was Rudolph the reindeer's nose? Was it Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, Rudolph the gold-nosed reindeer, or Rudolph the silver-nosed reindeer? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. What does the word Texas originally mean? Does it mean freedom, friends, or fraternity? Texas or Texas. It means friends. In what year did the Beirut bombings take place? 1983, 1985, or was it 1987? The Beirut bombings took place in 1983. The largest country in the United States is located in which state? Arizona, California, or Colorado? The largest county in the United States. You will find that. Who voiced the character of Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story movies? Was it Tim Robbins, Tim Conway, or was it Tim Allen? And the voice belonged to Tim Allen. How many squares are there on a standard Scrabble board? 225, 255, or 275? On a standard Scrabble board, there are 225 squares. In the Chinese zodiac, the pig is associated with which element? Fire, earth, or water? The pig. It's associated with water. In Norse mythology, what is the name of the monster killed by Beowulf? Is it Draugr, Grendel, or Fenrir? The monster killed by Beowulf is Grendel. Curiouser and curiouser is a famous phrase from which children's book? Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz, or is it Charlotte's Web? And that would be Alice in Wonderland. Who sang the catchy 90s song, All I Wanna Do? Was that Alanis Morissette, Sheryl Crow, or Shania Twain? All I wanna do. That's Sheryl Crow. Bobby Boucher was the name of Adam Sandler's character in which movie? Big Daddy, The Wedding Singer, or The Water Boy? And that would be The Water Boy. What is the only continent without a volcano? Australia, South America, or Asia? One of those has no volcano. That's Australia. Winnipeg, Ottawa, or is it Edmonton? The capital of the domain of Canada. That would be Ottawa. Beautiful city. The word zero comes from which ancient language? Arabic, Latin, or does it come from the Greek? Zero. That's a word that originates in Arabic. Who played Ula in the 2005 movie The Producer? Gwyneth Paltrow, Charlize Theron, or Uma Thurman? And that was Uma Thurman. What initial is used for the real-life director of MI6? C, M, or Q? The real-life director of MI6 goes by C. In which city has the largest bazaar in the world? Jerusalem, the city with the largest bazaar in the world. And that would be Istanbul. Vincent Fournier is the real name of which rock star? Alice Cooper, Axl Rose, or Ozzy Osbourne? Vincent Fournier, or Fournier. That would be Alice Cooper. Which European country celebrates its National Day on May 17th? Spain, France, or Norway? And that would be Norway. Which U.S. state produces the most lobsters? Missouri, Massachusetts, or is it Maine? The most lobsters. And that would be Maine. Maine lobsters. Which NBA player had their own fighting video game in the 90s? Was it Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, or was it Dennis Rodman with their own fighting video game? That was Shaquille O'Neal. What is the name of the monkey in the movie The Lion King? Is it Mufasa, Zazu, or is its name Rafiki? And that would be Rafiki. Sao Tome and Principe are located in which continent? Africa, Asia, or are they in South America? Sao Tome, you'll find those in Africa. In Greek mythology, hamadryads are spirits who guard what? Do they guard caves, lakes, or trees? Hamadryads. They guard trees. Killing in the Name and Bullet in the Head are hit rock songs by which band? System of a Down, Rage Against the Machine, or is it Limp? Who starred alongside William Dafoe in the 1988 movie Mississippi Burning? Was it Gene Hackman, Tommy Lee Jones, or John Goodman? In Mississippi Burning, that was Gene Hackman. What type of farm is a formicarium? A pig farm, a horse farm, or an ant farm? What type of farm is a formicarium? A pig, a horse, or ant farm? A formicarium. That's an ant farm. Which of the following is a primary ingredient in the dish Angels on Horseback? Oysters, Jordan or Iraq? think there's only one ingredient there. I'm going with oysters. What was the capital city of West Germany until the collapse of the Berlin Wall? Was it Mulheim, Bonn, or Dusseldorf? And it was Bonn. The United Soccer legends have scored the most goals for the club. Wayne Rooney, George Best, or Bobby Charlton? And that distinction goes to Wayne Rooney. What sea lies at the end of the Great Wall of China? Is it the Timor Sea, the Bohai Sea, or the Andaman Sea? And that would be the Bohai Sea. Who discovered penicillin? Was it Howard Florey, Ernst Chain, or Alexander Fleming? Penicillin was discovered by Alexander Fleming. What planet is named after the Roman equivalent of the Greek god Zeus? Jupiter, Saturn, or Pluto? And that would be Jupiter. What is the name of the tune sounded first start or first call? Dun, 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 dun. First call. In which U.S. state is the Rio Grande River located? Is it in Arizona, New Mexico, or California? The Rio Grande, primarily in New Mexico. What unusual dessert was a favorite of former U.S. President James K. Polk? Was it eel pie? Yum. Also yum. Or vinegar pie? Well, vinegar pie. I'll try it. Tromsø is a city located in which country? Norway, Iceland, or Denmark? Tromsø. That is a city located in Norway. How many records does an album have to sell in order to go platinum? Does that require 1 million albums sold? 500,000 albums sold? Albums sold. 1 million albums. And it goes certified platinum. Which female singer collaborated with Eminem on the song Stan? Was that Portishead, Dido, or Jewel? It was Dido. Which of these states has the most borders? Tennessee, Kentucky, or Idaho? The state with the most borders with other states is Tennessee. Tangier is a city located in which country? Pakistan, Uruguay, or Morocco? Tangiers. That's a city located in Morocco. Which British ruler outlawed Christmas and Santa Claus? Was it Oliver Cromwell? Was it Richard III? Or was it Henry VIII? Who? That was Oliver Cromwell. Better go back to the kings. Honolulu is the homeland of which TV dragon? Smaug, Toothless, or Puff? Puff, the magic dragon, lived by the sea and frolicked in the forest in a land called Honolulu. Actor Clint Eastwood was once a mayor in which U.S. state? Nevada, California, or Texas? Clint Eastwood was once a mayor in California. Which country hosted the 2004 Summer Olympic Games? Greece, Italy, or Germany? The 2004 Summer Olympic Games were held in Greece. A taxophobia is the fear of what? Spending money? The fear of untidiness? Or is a taxophobia the fear of violence? A taxophobia. That's the fear of untidiness. David Gilmour and Roger Waters were members of which rock band? Were they in The Who, Pink Floyd, or Led Zeppelin? They were members of Pink Floyd. What is the name of the seaweed ingredient used in sushi? Is it ponzu, sashimi, or is it called nori? And it is nori. Which early 20th century actor was known as the Latin Lover? Is that Rudolph Valentino, Cesar Romero, or Ramon Novarro? And that would be Rudolph Valentino. Who is the official patron saint of May Day? Is that St. Peter, St. Christopher, or St. Joseph? The patron saint of May Day. That would be St. Joseph. Blenheim orange. Is it a mango, an apple, or a peach? Blenheim orange. That is a type of apple. How many U.S. states end in the letter O? 2, 3, or 4? Let's see. 3. 4. There's 4 of them. Mexico, Colorado, Idaho. Who sang the classic 90s song, Nothing Compares to You? Sinead O'Connor, Natalia Imbruglia, or Fiona Apple? Natalie Imbruglia. It was Sinead O'Connor. Beautiful song. What is the name of the dad in the comedy TV animation King of the Hill? Is that Peter, Hank, or Al? The dad in the comedy King of the Hill. That would be Hank. There you have it. 100 questions. And you've done an amazing job. Don't forget to like and share your score in the comments, please. And while you're here, check out these videos over here. They're a lot of fun to play too. And I'll catch you in the next one.